Raindrops are falling on my head, and just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed, nothing seems to...
Hey there, my name is Mike Munzing. I'm with CRESTLINE Funding. Each week I make these videos for you guys, you the realtors and your buyers, so you can share them, pass them on, forward them on to people you know, to give them a good idea what's happening in the Orange County real estate market, the California real estate market, and the real estate market, lending market in the country as a whole. I monitor this, I read, I watch, I keep track of what's going on. I want to bring that to you. Hey, how'd you like this week? It's Friday. It is the 22nd of January. We're heading right into the month here. But what a crazy week. Storms, you can kind of see it off in the back here. I thought I'd bring you a fun background shot here of San Clemente Pier with the waves crashing. It's very, very awesome down here. Great sunsets. Can you believe them? What a wild week too. Can you believe that, Massachusetts? That was a little bit unexpected, but shows you some changes in our country. Hopefully down the road that might bode well for our market, but that's a long stretch out. But we're doing okay. Let's take a look at a couple of things. You know, each week I like to bring you just an idea of the direction of the rates. We'll bring that up on the screen here. I put together on my website at www.mikemunzing.com a breakdown of the rates, a number of the different programs, a snapshot of what's out there for you. And as you can see it here, you can print that up off my website, take it to your open houses. That way you have it with you, the folks can see it, and you can talk to them intelligently about where the rates are. Conforming rates are under 5. FHA rates are right around, everything's right around 5%. We're still doing fantastic. Don't know how long they're going to hold, but for right now, we are looking great. Take that, print it, bring it with you. Next, another thing that I keep promoting, I keep kind of beating the drum there, is my How Much Home Can You Afford flyer. As more of you are finding that, you're seeing the benefit. It's been a long process getting this flyer up and running, designed it originally over 15 years ago, but now it's really, really apropos because of that hard 50% back-end income ratio. If a client makes $10,000 a month at a 50% ratio, his absolute expenses, including house payments, everything, cars, credit cards, $5,000. So 50%, and this flyer is designed with that in mind. In that black area, as you can see, that's where you can customize it for the property, for the borrower's expenses. And then you can see down along the left of the flyer is the income levels. Across the top is a variety of interest rates. So you can see if they pay different points at different rates. You can see what price of homes they can qualify for. You can also adjust the down payment, give you some FHAs. Lots of variety, crisscross back and forth. You can really see what those new buyers can do. It's very, very critical to know what they can do. And then send them to me. My job is to make sure that income is usable. Income's the tough part right now. Getting that income usable, find out what's going to qualify with that underwriter. So, good information there. Let's jump into a couple of things here. Most of today, I want to circle back and touch on FHA. Still a hot product. A lot of changes this week. Some different things coming to play. Had an article on here in CNN Money somebody sent me today, and it's harder to get an Uncle Sam mortgage. FHA is what they're talking about. Let's cover just a few of the changes, get you going off into the weekend with some good new information to remember for FHA. I've been doing FHA for a long time. CRESTLINE Funding is a direct lender, which is fantastic. We have in-house underwriting, in-house funding, in-house closing. Everything's done right here, locally, Orange County. Quick turnarounds. It is fantastic, and it's a big benefit with FHA right now, even over the direct lenders, and I'll tell you why. The big direct banks, actually. FHA, new rule, one of the biggest helps to you guys when you're dealing with buyers, that's been the big pushback, are the flipping rules. That no, you cannot do an FHA loan previously on a property that had been purchased within 90 days. You've got investors going down to the steps of the courthouse there in Santa Ana. They're buying the homes, and then for FHA, you can't go resell them within the first 90 days. those sellers want to flip those properties quick, slap a coat of paint on it, maybe some new carpet, fix it up, and resell it on the market, making a nice little profit. But they need to move it quickly. They had to hold it for more than 90 days. That rule's been set aside now. You can turn those properties fairly soon, and we're hoping February 1. We haven't heard the exact date, but it does look like that's coming. So that'll be a nice benefit with our buyers. We're going to be able to work more with the FHA buyers and really get them in there. Next, a couple of downsides that they're changing on is the upfront mortgage insurance premium. On FHA, there's two sections of the mortgage insurance for our buyer. The upfront portion, which was 1.75% of the loan amount, and then at a 0.55% on a monthly basis. But now that upfront portion has been increased by 0.5% to 2.25. 2.25 is the upfront portion, very similar to what VA has. So that's one of the big changes. Also, running into this week is the condo projects. This isn't new, but it's very important. It kind of caught us on a deal this week. Even if the project is FHA approved, we have to go and verify that it's 51 or more % owner occupied for the overall project. You have 300 units in the project, more than 51% have to be owner occupied. Got tripped up on that, and they're using the on-site versus off-site mailing addresses for the owners. So really the only way they can do it right now. So that's a big thing to be aware of. Another change coming down the pipe, the seller can only contribute 3% to the buyer's closing cost. It was up to 6% before. In this market, I don't know what you've been seeing, but I've been having trouble getting the appraised values in. You guys are selling those properties at a good clip, at a fairly high market price compared to what it has been. And we're having trouble getting the appraisal coming in some cases. So getting a 6% over the market, that hasn't been a problem. So, that's been a problem. So getting 6% the seller to pay it, that hasn't been an issue. 1% or 2% has been what I've been seeing, if at all. Now, the important thing, this is where CRESTLINE funding comes in handy, where I'm at as a direct lender, is the case on condo projects for FHA. If you know the word in-wall coverage, wall-in coverage for the insurance. The homeowners association are covering right up to the studs in often cases, or right to the inside of the drywall. If the property burns down, they will build the property back up right to the walls. Inside the unit, cabinets, countertops, all that are not covered. From what I'm finding out, these big banks don't have the systems to provide that. So with CRESTLINE funding, we're doing great. The buyer can provide their own coverage in the unit. I've got insurance brokers and others who can provide that very simply. It's not that expensive. It's a standard policy they have inside anyway, and we can cover that. I'm just hearing from a lot of you that some of the big banks are having real trouble with that, which is kind of ironic. Interesting. Well, getting folks approved quickly is the key right now. And getting them every week, I mentioned this, getting them over to my online application is very important. They can fill out their information very simply, very easily, quick. It's on my website, MikeMunzing.com. And then they hit submit. It comes right to me. It is secure. It is very complete without too much work. And we get to that answer very quickly. Having bad information doesn't help us find out what your clients can do. So getting good information is critical, and this is a great way to do it on my online application. So send your clients there. It's on my website, little button, quick online application. They'll send it to me. I can pull their credit. We'll know exactly what we can do and get them ready to go quickly. Hey, I'll be working this weekend. I'm here. Email me, call me, 949-689-5626. You can come find me on Facebook. You can follow me on Twitter. That's been fun, getting some good information out there. I'm ready to work for you. I'm ready to work for your buyers, getting them approved. Have a great weekend. And let's get some new business going. So God bless you. God bless your family. God bless our country. I say that every time, but we're in election year. And let's have a great time. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Raindrops are falling on my head, and just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed. Nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head.